Good afternoon, everybody. You know who it is, your girl Tyra Jacqueline, coming to you on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. How are you guys doing? On my way to pick up the princess, y'all know. But anyway, if you are watching me live, throw a one in the chat. If you are watching the replay, throw a two in the chat. If you learned something, show me some love. Also, give me some ideas on some things you would like me to speak about. Okay, everybody. So today, this segment is entitled "Personal versus Business Credit." Because I do want to talk about the differences and the similarities of the two. And if you have a business, and I'm talking about like a LLC or some type of corporation, S corp, C corp, you should have business credit. You know, people say, "Oh well, you might have a business, may not need business credit." Listen, you never know when you're gonna need it. All right, so I'm gonna talk about some of that. I'm gonna talk other perks of business credit later. Like why you should get it if you have a business. And when I say a business, I'm talking about you receive a 1099, okay, or you are responsible for paying other people. Yeah, so even back to the 1099 folks, like if you're a gig worker, you are a business and you need to treat yourself as such, okay? All right, so we're gonna talk a little bit about personal credit too, because what I run into a lot of people, y'all know I do credit, and people they have businesses. Some people have very lucrative businesses, and they make it hard on themselves to make moves because their personal credit is so jacked. So let's dive into this a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about the differences or the benefits of business credit first and foremost. Eventually, you will be able to separate your personal from your business. Okay. Eventually, you will be able to get actual business credit cards. Now, in the beginning, especially when your business is new, or if you have jacked up credit, you will end up with not just business credit cards. You might not be able to get business credit cards, but you get business charge cards. And the differences between the two, a business charge card is basically a net 30 like credit card. It's not a revolving business credit card where you can leave a balance, but with the business charge card is like any other charge card. You have to pay it off after that, whatever that 30-day mark is for you. Okay. So also you can get approved for net 30 accounts. Now, net 30 accounts are like the tier ones, which are vendors for the most part, where you can get all types of supplies, equipment, and merch for your business. Y'all gonna be seeing me more later with more of my merchandise. I'm gonna be wearing more of my merchandise. I'm not wearing none right now, but I will start doing that more because I am my business. I'm the face of my business, and remember that for yourself as well. You are the face of your business at all times, so you always need to be promoting yourself. All right. All right. So then next, you can open up multiple gas cards. Now, in the beginning, when it comes to the gas cards, you probably are going to have to put down a deposit, and the minimum is $500, or you're going to have to personally guarantee it. PG, personal guarantor, personal guarantee, PG, all the same thing. Also, vendor credit for the merch, like I said, or events. Okay, and business credit does not report to your personal credit, guys. So when you are establishing the business credit, eventually you can get yourself to the point where you'll be using so much of your business credit you're hardly using your personal credit when you're a business, okay? Because your life as a business owner is mainly is it ain't gonna be too different than your personal life, okay? All right, so and I'll explain to y'all what that means. For example, if you do business out of town, out of state, out of the country, I mean those are business write-offs, flying and driving, like we're always driving, purchasing merchandise, equipment, documents, the professional services, all this stuff. A lot of this stuff is going to end up revolving around your business anyway. Business credit, supplies. Okay, all that stuff is going to end up surrounding your business anyway. So that's why you need to establish the business credit. All right. So eventually, business. Why is that important? Because you can alleviate that DTI. Okay. So instead of you having that $500, $600, $700, whatever your car note is, if you're getting it through your business, it's not on your personal. So if you're trying to make certain moves on your personal, like purchase your own primary home, then you don't have that the income issue with your car, because that particular car note that's costing 500, 600 a month, that's not going to be taken into consideration once you go to purchase that home for your debt to income, because it's over there on your business side. Okay. Also, that's something else to consider, debt to income ratio when it comes to student loans. You can also use your business credit to help you pay your student loans. Now, if you're interested in how you can do that, I need y'all to inbox me on that one. Okay. All right. All right. So another thing is, when it comes to your borrowing power, you can basically double or triple your borrowing power when it comes to your business credit. But you need to have good personal credit to do that as well. All right. So let's talk about some of the differences between the personal and the business credit. Now, for your personal credit scores is between 300 and 850. Most of the models for business credit, for the business credit bills, the is basically 0 to 100, but for Equifax is actually 101 to 992. Okay. Remember, your business credit is public information. So there aren't any consumer laws, because your business is not a consumer. Your business is not a person. This is what I need y'all to understand. Separating from yourself as the person and your business as the entity. But there are no privacy laws for your business when it comes to your credit. All right. So there are similar factors with personal and with business. For instance, 35% of your personal credit is payment history, 30% is utilization, 15% is length of history, 10% is the mix of type of accounts you have, and that's revolving versus installment, and the last 10% is new inquiries. Every time you apply for something and there's a hard hit or hard inquiry on your credit report, that's going to take your FICO credit score down a few points for each hit. And when it comes to your Vantage score for new inquiries, new credit that you're applying for, it go down about 20 points each time. So, like I said before, you always want to be careful when it comes to applying to a bunch of new stuff when it comes to your credit. So that's the 5 factors for personal credit. Now, remember, mastering those, you can master about good 80-85% of your credit. You can keep your credit good if you master that properly. Now, getting to an 800 credit score is a different ball game. All right. All right. So let's talk about the actual business credit factors, because y'all, business credit has factors as well, and it's actually 6 for business credit. So one is your payment history for your creditors and your vendors, just like personal. 2, age of your credit history, just like for personal, length of history, and your oldest account. They're going all the way back to your oldest account. And then your debt and your debt usage, just like credit utilization. Business credit has utilization too. And then another one is industry risk and failure in the industry. So there's a factor where they determine, where this business may fail because it's high risk. So remember, I told you guys before, if you have a high risk name, a high risk term in your business name, or if you have a high risk NAIC or SIC code, that also is factored into your business credit and can keep it low as well. So please understand how crucial your actual business name and those codes are. It can keep your credit score a little bit lower. Okay. And plus, remember, when it comes to funding, Those names could be the differences between getting approved and denied, or the difference between getting approved for 20K as opposed to 60K, something like that. That's how crucial it is, y'all. So I need y'all to mark my words. I hope y'all taking notes, or watch this again, so you can understand. And of course, if you got questions, make sure you hit me up in my inbox and ask me, or you can text me at that number right there. All right, so another business credit factor is the company size and the age of the company. So you are pretty much considered a new business until you hit the 2 year mark and your company size. Now, for most of my businesses, I'm a single member LLC, so they do kind of look at that as more of a risk because I'm by myself, but that just is what it is. But I can counter that with good payment history, making sure my trade lines are reporting properly and things of that nature, which brings me to the last one is established trade lines. So remember, guys, if you've seen my old videos, you need at least 5 trade lines on each credit bureau on each tier. Okay. Now, you will hear some people say, well, you don't really need net 30s accounts. Okay, so that depends. Because you can start your business credit without the net 30s accounts. However, um, these type of accounts are still tier ones, and some of the actual accounts that you can use that are tier ones and they're not net 30 accounts. They are these trade lines. They're good trade lines. You got nav. You want nav business boost. You can do the Tilful secured business card. Tilful also has a credit builder, so that's two right there. That's 2 for 1. $20 a month for the credit builder, y'all. That's 2 for 1. And then you got Credit Strong that has a credit builder installment account as well. You got that. Then you got something called Biz Credit Central or Biz Cost Central. Somebody correct me. I forget the name. And then you also have Red Spectrum. And with Red Spectrum is you can do the baseline type of account per month, but they also have products that you can purchase from them that will be an additional trade line. So those 6 that I just named will actually they will jumpstart your business credit as well, and they're not net 30 accounts with the exception of the Tilful business card, because that's a charge card, y'all. Y'all got to pay that off every 30 days. But it's not technically a net 30 because it is a card. But it's not a revolving account. So, but I guess that is a net. That does kind of make it a net 30. So you'll hear some business people at credit say you don't need net 30s. Now, here's the issue with you not establishing net 30s. Remember, I just talked about established trade lines. That is a factor of your business credit. Now, if you got the net 30s, reporting to the business credit bureaus for you, those are more trade lines to strengthen that particular factor for the business credit. Now, I hope y'all just follow what I'm picking up. I hope y'all picking up what I just dropped. Okay, so even if you are using the net 30s, congratulations to you, because you are strengthening your trade lines and helping out that facet of that business credit factor. And also, I forgot there's another the 6th one. I only named 5. The 6th one is eCredible. So, and eCredible, you can use that for personal and business, y'all. So check out one of my other videos. Like I said, that's why y'all need to subscribe to my YouTube channel where y'all can see all this info I be dropping on personal credit, business credit, and when it comes to business period and business funding. So, and also you can have trade lines that don't report to all of the business credit bureaus. But what eCredible does is you can have eCredible actually report those trade lines to some of the business bureaus that is not reporting to. Okay, so somebody asked the question, how do we find out business credit out? Patrick, I need you to restate that question because I don't understand. All right, so let's get back to some of the differences between business credit and personal credit. Remember, I just named the different factors, and some of those factors between the differences between the two is personal and business credit is your industry risk and company size. Now, listen, when you are making your business name, remember I said make it unique. Number one, number two, it got to be general as well. So even though I know that sounds like an oxymoron, let me explain. For example, mine is Belline Enterprises, but nobody knows what Belline Enterprises do. It doesn't say Belline Enterprises business funding. It doesn't say Belline Enterprises taxes, Belline Enterprises credit. It don't say none of that because those are all high risk industries, which will put my funding at risk. So this is what I need y'all not to do. Don't put financial or anything like that in your business name. Okay. So because that's high risk. All right. So when you're making your business name, make it a unique name and make it general to the point where it's not saying what you do in the business, because there's so many businesses and business industries that are considered high risk. It's ridiculous. It's a very long list. And for the people that I speak with the most, I speak real estate agents, do real, realty, real estate investment. Don't say none of those things. People who got vending machines, don't do it. All that type of stuff. Those are high risk industries. All right. So then, on the personal side, you got your social security number, and then on the business side, you have your EIN. You cannot start business credit without an EIN. So make sure that you are getting your EIN, which is your employer identification number from the Internal Revenue Service, IRS.gov. Y'all, that's free. You don't have to pay nobody to do that unless you just don't have the time and you're paying them because of that. I see some people say, "Oh yeah, we'll charge you $50, $100 to get you your EIN." You can get your EIN yourself, and if you're doing it within business hours, it will automatically generate the letter and your number for you. Keep that letter because you will never ever be able to retrieve that letter again. So make sure you save it in your documents, email it to yourself, email everything concerning your business to yourself, and don't forget to send that letter to the Secretary of State, your Secretary of your state. All right. So when it also comes to business credit, Duns and Bradstreet, you get a Paydex number. Now that particular number, and that's from 0 to 100, that's only concerned with payment history. How soon are you paying your net 30s and with your business credit, and are you paying them on time? To have a higher Paydex score, you want to pay your stuff off early, like 10 days early. Okay. Um, Now, unfortunately, when it comes to your business scores, you're gonna have to pay somebody to see it. Is just like with your FICO scores, your true FICO scores, you have to pay for your true FICO scores. But we see Vantage scores all over the place. But when it comes to your business scores, you always have to pay somebody to see your business scores and your reports as well. As I stated before, your Equifax score is between 101 and 992. You want to keep that number above 600. Equifax, they have scores. It's comprised of two types of scores, which is your risk score, and your risk score is the risk of making delinquent payments. As you know, late payments will take your credit scores on the personal side. That's the number one worst thing, because since that make up so much of your credit scores, that's 35%. So your business risk score, don't pay late, y'all. Okay, just if you only paying the minimum, pay the minimum. But y'all know I don't recommend it. But if that's all you got at this time, then that's all you got. So then the Equifax has another part to the score, which is a business failure score. And this is the risk of your business actually failing and like filing bankruptcy and things of that nature. That also goes back to the name of your business, because if it's already perceived as risky business, as I said, your score is going to be lower. So I hope y'all putting the puzzle together. All right, so now we talked a little bit about that stuff. I just want to emphasize, like, if you have a business, establish business credit for yourself. Okay, you never know when you're going to need the money, and that's just think about it. You might just be your Uber driver today, but 6 months from now, you can be involved in something, and you like, wow, well, I need $50,000 and I got good credit. Well, listen, that's why you need to start your business credit now. Okay? You never know when you're going to need the money. And since having good personal credit with a business, even with a new business, but if your business is also established, you get more money, but you got to do it the right way. A lot of people get denied because their businesses are not structured properly. They're using their business with a home address. You don't want to do that. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Just make sure you are doing it the right way. You know, I'm out here helping people doing it the right way. That's why I'm on here making these videos for y'all so y'all can do it the right way. So I just want y'all to pick up these gems, so just to put y'all on the right track, and that's what I was saying, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can see all my content together. Get in my group. You know, I drop a whole lot more gems in my group than I do on my general page, y'all. So make sure y'all get into that. And Patrick, I'm gonna need you to hit me up, honey, because I don't understand your question. But if your question is pertaining to looking at your business credit profile or your scores and stuff, you got to pay for that. For NAV, you can see it on nav.com, and that's also a tier one. Make sure you get the business booth. You'll see that information there. Also, let me see, small the business sector of Experian. You can also see your business credit report there as well. Oh, and let's talk about these credit bureaus when it comes to the actual the scorings and stuff like that. Now, the differences between the three. Duns and Bradstreet only need one vendor or trade line to report to start generating a score. However, Experian and Equifax need about at least 3 or 4 to actually generate a score for you. And then you won't see these scores for at least 90 days when you're starting out. And then number 3, Equifax actually is the hardest one to see a score for. Like so, that's why you need the multiple trade lines. That's why you need to build the strong foundation. Okay, so make sure your foundation is strong. Okay, when it comes to establishing your business and establishing your business credit, I'm gonna talk about some more business stuff tomorrow. And like I said, if y'all got any questions or any suggestions when it comes to these things, give me some suggestions. Let me know, and we'll go from there. But other than that, y'all need any help, inbox me, please. Text me at 844-243-4901. I just got my inbox working again, so make sure you guys are hitting me up for the info. Y'all know I love giving y'all this sauce. So I hope y'all eating it. I hope y'all eating it up. So thanks for listening. For those of you who did listen, show me some love, please. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys, and I'm thankful that you guys, take a few minutes out your day to even listen to me to what I'm saying. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'm about to go pick up the princess, and then we're gonna find something to eat. Y'all have a good day.